it could have gone either way, and it went to like a double DQ.
I gotta just say this as well. Now, I'm just gonna go back to just a second. Well, I know we're like shooting the breeze with wrestling here, but the only other thing I think we didn't mention was, dude, CM Punk. What do you think about that?
It's about time. This MMA thing just did not work out for him.
It really didn't, though, man. I mean, you got to give him credit, though, for trying to put in the effort.
Well, and he was also he was trying to be like a Herschel Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Herschel Walker, former NFL running back, made the foray into MMA, is still undefeated, but he tried to be, like a Herschel Walker, advanced age. I mean, because, in MMA, 40 is old. I mean, look at Ken Shamrock, who is returning to TNA, or Impact.
Okay. You see, you brought it up then again, Mike. Dude, Ken Shamrock is like mid-50s, like 55, 56.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're doing this thing now with him and Moose, who is in Impact Wrestling. So we might be seeing Ken Shamrock return to the ring at Bound for Glory for Impact against Moose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but but going back to CM Punk, he was trying to follow guys like Brock Lesnar, and guys like Bobby Lashley.
Yep.
Of those three, Lashley was the only one that really has parlayed that into an incredible career. I mean, he's only had 2 losses.
That's true. I remember watching Lashley do his thing at Bellator, and I know he incorporated American Top Team when he was in Impact in like 2018. But yeah, that dude, he killed it in his MMA career. I liked Brock as well because Brock. But yeah, I think personally, I'm with you. Like, it's about time. And now, do you think we're actually going to see him wrestle in AEW, or he's just there at the Starcast to just do autographs and signings? Or you think they are going to have him as a part of AEW?
He might. He might make an appearance at the event. There was something that happened at an independent show.
When he hit the GTS, like he was wearing a mask, right?
He was wearing a mask, kind of a wink-wink. But Silas Young, the nephew of Stan Hansen, believe it or not.
The real man's man?
Yep. Confirmed that it indeed was Punk that came in and assisted his trainer and friend, Ace Steel. Probably the last friend that he has in this business.
Yes, probably.
Poor bastard burns more bridges than a forest fire.
Exactly. I mean, he had Colt Cabana, but we saw where that went.
That went south real quick.
Yep.
So, I want to talk about ICW for a second.
Okay, go ahead.
So, ICW just announced, starting in October on ICW On Demand, which you can get for $6.99 a month.
Nice.
They have a new show called Gonzo. Now, what this entails is the young up-and-comers in ICW. It's going to focus on them, which is a smart way to do business when you think about it.
True. And first and foremost, just as a joke of my pop culture nerdiness, as soon as you said Gonzo, I immediately thought about the Muppets. And number 2, I just wanted to say, I think that's great, man. I mean, what we've seen with NXT UK and all the young talents being featured, I think that's a plus for ICW. I think Mark Dallas is a great businessman, and he has a great mind. So I'm most looking forward to seeing what happens with that.
And of course, he's got that, he's in with Triple H and WWE. So we see a lot of the WWE NXT stars perform on ICW shows.
I dig that just because, like, in the commentary, Nigel McGuinness mentions them. Mike, you mentioned Mark Dallas and Triple H. He was at the first and the second UK, when they did the UK tournament. So, there's guys there.
And they even acknowledged him as the owner of ICW with his business partner, Duncan.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But it's also going to focus on their Zero G Championship, which is currently held by Liam Thompson.
Who's another great talent.
Yeah, another very underrated talent in the UK. Of course, his fiance/wife retired a couple of years ago, Carmel Jacob. She just made her return to the company in the storyline as the commissioner of ICW now.
I just saw that. That's funny you mentioned that. I think I didn't they announce it on? They announced it on social media, but I first saw it on Facebook.
I did. I watched ICW Worldwide, which is their new 15-minute YouTube show. And of course, you got Liam Thompson. But they've already announced one match for Fear and Loathing, and that's not until November.
All right, hit me with the match.
It's going to be a Glasgow street fight between Glasgow native Kid Fight, another very underrated superstar, taking on Paul Robinson, who's more known as a tag team partner of Will Ospreay.
See, I'm for that, man. I'm aware of Paul Robinson. I think he does great work, and I think, would you say Kid Fight was the other guy, right?
Yeah, Kid Fight. Kid Fight. He's become quite the trainer. He got there's a couple of his trainees that are just killing it right now in ICW. Leighton Buzzard, who kind of reminds me of I almost say a Marco Stunt. He's a bit taller. But the scrappy underdog. But Leighton Buzzard just had a hell of a match with Joe Hendry. We're going to be seeing Joe Hendry in Ring of Honor very soon.
First and foremost, I'm glad you mentioned, dude. I'm going to say this right now, and I know you don't watch, but dude, when he was so wasted in Impact, they just put him with Grado when they did like the comedy stuff. But Joe Hendry, now mind you, he is funny, he's very entertaining, but I think he's a great addition to Ring of Honor.
Oh yeah, and a lot of people may know that he actually represented Scotland in the Commonwealth Games a year or two ago. He didn't fare too well, but he was the number 1 ranked heavyweight amateur wrestler, which is saying something because he only took up amateur wrestling like 3 years before that.
Wow. Yeah, that is really saying something. That's... Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's got it all. He's got a master's degree. He's a very accomplished musician. Of course, he's probably got some of the best intro musics.
Boom, boom, boom. Jack Jester's in my room, man.
Or the Anderson Pokemon.
Yes. Or what's the Amadu Abadi Abadai?
Or the first time I ever saw Joe Hendry was when he did a parody of Wrecking Ball.
Yes.
That was at Fear and Loathing 8. When he came to the entrance ramp in one of those ginormous ball things, and he does a front somersault.
That's the thing, he's so entertaining. Or even what he's doing, Grado's Eating My Lunch, which was a parody of Shania Twain's, that don't impress me much, which I thought was great. But yeah, that dude is just so funny and creative.
Yeah, and like you said, he was wasted in Impact with him and Katrina. Who, I will say this about Katrina Waters.
Good.
Not only is she very beautiful in person, but she is a very, very sweet lady, very, very kind, very just awesome. I got to meet her at Gen Con.
Now, I'm glad that you brought that up because I just want to ask you about Katarina Waters as well. Now, Katie Lee Burchill went through it, everyone will call it. I personally believe when she was in WWE, I think she would have made a great heel women's champion.
She would have, and, she was wasted there, too.
Well, yeah, they did the whole thing with her and Paul and the whole, what that was originally supposed to be with them, and then it just turned into, just managing Paul, and it kind of just went at the wayside. I think she only had one championship match, right? It was against Mickie James, Clash of Champions. Yeah.
But yeah, she's really super awesome as a person. When I had my whole, heat stroke spell there, she came over and, she talked with me. We talked for a good 20, 30 minutes, as action's going on in the ring. But, I just can't say enough good things about her. I know she lives in L.A. now. Yeah. She came. I think she's friends with your favorite and mine, Jennifer Thomas.
Well, first and foremost, when you're talking about the choking and smoking, the absolutely amazing Jennifer Thomas, I believe, weren't they like around the same time when they both were in OVW?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, so, alright, that makes sense. That's cool.
Same
Because,
with,
when Jen was there, it was like 05, 06. I think, wasn't that when Katarina was having like that ladder match with Beth Phoenix in OVW around that time?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Alright, so what's going to be the card to watch tomorrow?
For me, I'm excited for NXT UK. I think that's going to be great. And with Cesaro there, I think we're going to add some stuff there. AEW All Out. Personally, like you mentioned, talking about Royal Quest, talking about NXT UK Takeover, AEW All Out. I'm looking forward to it all, but if I had to pick one, I'm going to say I'm looking forward to tomorrow afternoon's NXT Takeover Cardiff for the UK brand. I think everybody's going to shine on that show.
I think you're right, and I think we're going to be pleasantly surprised with Takeover Cardiff.
Yeah, that's the thing. Just like, and I know people, a lot of them are really, you know what it is, because there's a lot of wrestling on with WWE during the week. And I say this: if you've not, if you hate the main roster and you absolutely think it sucks, because the main roster can be crap, right? Watch NXT and watch NXT UK. You'll thank us later, because I think that's some of the best wrestling that we see right now for that company.
Yeah, just take it from us. We know what we're talking about.
We know what we're talking about.
Well, of course, you'll be listening on Sunday.
Of course, yes. First and foremost, I will say this. Mike, you and I interview a lot of the same people. And here's what I appreciate about you, because you're also very passionate about what you do, and you also give people the platform to tell their stories and also have a fun experience with your show. So for that, I thank you, sir. And if you guys want to check out the LC podcast, episode 15 is up with Mike's guest on Sunday, Miss Maxine Stryker, a future LFC prospect. We talked about MMA, session wrestling, sambo, fitness, jiu-jitsu, the whole nine. So that is up now on LFC's SoundCloud, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Anchor, Spotify, the whole nine, wherever you get your podcasting platforms. If you go on Twitter, the links are up there as well. And I look forward to seeing what you bring with Maxine Stryker. She's actually very nice, very articulate, very intelligent. I think you two are going to have a hell of a show. I'll be tuning in.
Well, I am very excited for this one, actually. This is probably going to be one of my more fun ones. It'll probably be the last Sunday podcast.
And I think you and I both agree with this. Dude, she has to be an LFC. You've seen her work.
I'm really looking forward to it. But like I said, this will probably be the last Sunday podcast until next February. It's football season.
Yes. Yeah, you were telling me that. I know you can't wait for football season. We were talking. That's funny, brother, because we were messaging each other, and I just remember you saying, "Yeah, man, I can't wait till football season starts."
I can't wait till football season starts. Yes, I suffer from severe football withdrawals. Well, I think we're going to wrap this up here. We've been going for an hour almost.
Oh, it's a pleasure, man. I'm just going to say this right now. Check me out, SM Show 1 or MCL92, and check out the LFC stuff, my work, StephenMikeShow.com. And, sir, I will say this to you. We will do an episode, you and I, of the LFC podcast together, since we're both LFC fans and we both enjoy the product. So I will include you in the LFC podcast in the future as well.
Sounds like a plan, my man.
It is a pleasure, Mike.
Pleasure's always mine. All right, so enjoy Takeover Cardiff for me, and I'll be watching when I get out of the dentist's office.
Good luck with the dentist, man, and I will touch base with you over the weekend.
All right, sounds good, and have a happy weekend. Of course, though, I do have to say this. Right now there's that Category 4 hurricane down in Florida.
Yes.
And one of my friends, you may know her as well, Mia Annabella, lives in that area. So, my thoughts of, her safety and, I just wanted to throw that out there. I hope she's safe, and I hope, she has a wonderful weekend.
I will adhere to what you just said. Be safe, because yes, with the hurricane out there, and much love to Mia Annabella. And the other thing I'll say before that as well, wishing her safety, Mark Gagliardi, our boy, Mr. Brutal Beauties himself. I cannot wait for November, man.
Oh, yes, and that's going to be coming up on a new